Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
Hey! A drunk driving suspect hits the gas during a traffic stop, but didn't get far.
A mystery unearthed in Detroit. Who was Nancy L. Walker, and why was her headstone buried under a neighborhood street? It's the discovery that has neighbors on Auburn Street all abuzz.
A grave marker bearing that name, Nancy L. Walker, unearthed by a work crew, but soon Detroit police had to be called in. Sean Lay picks up this mystery from the city's west side.
When you dig in Detroit, you never know what you're going to find down below. You expect to find some rocks and stones down here under the street, but this stone is turning heads.
I'm shocked. Like, where did it come from?
Where did it come from is one question. How long it has been under Auburn Street in Detroit is another.
That thing been down there for 33 years. Like, how long has it been there?
But the woman who lives right here knows one answer. She'll never forget the name that is on it.
Her name was Nancy L. Walker.
You remember the name?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. It just, because it's the year I was born.
1987. That's when Nancy L. Walker passed away. This is her grave marker. Dug up yesterday when a crew here was doing sewer work.
Where's her family? How did it get here? How long has it been here?
Why isn't that with her?
Yes, like, where is she?
The crew that found it also wants to find the Walker family to make sure if this is missing from her gravesite that it gets back to her. But there's another issue here. The city was called out. They called Detroit police. They had to make sure there are no human remains buried down here. Officers seem satisfied that only the marker was buried here. They took the stone for further investigation. An uncovered stone, the talk of this street.
Maybe it's Jimmy Hoffa.
Nancy L. Walker.
Say it again?
Her name was Nancy L. Walker.
We're live tonight here on Auburn Street. Look, checked with the funeral home today. The director told me that they have seen in the past families accept cremains and a marker and bury them right in the family home or at the family home site. It's unclear if that's the case, what happened here with this mysterious marker. Bottom line, guys, the crew that found it, they want Miss Walker's family to be informed of it. Maybe that's something that can happen here on Local 4 tonight. Maybe the connection can be made. Back to you.
One possible thing that's next, but what happens now?
Well, police took the marker and no more digging was done here. If any more evidence is here, maybe they'll be back out to dig tomorrow. But the trail here could lead to the county and the death certificate. We did some checking, Devin. The certificate is on file. An investigator could go pull it, see what funeral home was involved, see if Miss Walker was cremated or buried. And that could lead them to either take the marker back or find out what happened here.
Yeah. All right, Sean.
All right, let's catch you up on your forecast. Local forecasters, they've been tracking this big system headed our way just in time for the weekend.
Brandon's in for Ben, and Snow is in for the weekend. Brandon?
And this one the kids will like. It is 1 week from the big rain event. We're looking at a Saturday morning snow, so we'll be talking a lot about that here coming up. In the meantime, if you're up and at 'em, heading out and about, we have middle upper 20s, but notice the gold bar here. That's the wind chill and what it feels like on the exposed skin. So low to middle teens for the most part. The winds are starting to relax. Temps will be in the 20s as you're heading out. But again, wind chill 13 to maybe 20 degrees. That's what you need to kind of dress for. Not seeing too much in the way of any more snow showers, just flakes and flurries flying out there. Fewer of those as our winds die down, of course. Going to be a cold night ahead, but Friday doesn't look so bad. It is the Saturday storm that's coming in. So we look at when it starts, how much snow you will get, and the rain that could cut into it. Timing on all of it coming up. Your local forecasters app, though, is your greatest tool and weapon for any stormy weather here in pure Michigan or anywhere you go. It is free under your app store under WDIV. Enjoy all of the nuances. We've put a lot of work into this one, guys.
Thanks, Brandon. Well, a historic day in the nation's capital as the impeachment trial of President Trump has opened in the Senate. Chief Justice John Roberts swore in the entire Senate body with an oath to ensure impartial justice as jurors for only the third such trial in U.S. history. Meanwhile, the Government Accountability Office ruled the Trump administration did break the law by withholding military aid from Ukraine. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi says new evidence reinforces the need for senators to call witnesses. The full trial will begin Tuesday. And for the national perspective on today's impeachment developments, keep it here at 6:30. Lester Holt and NBC Nightly News explain what happened today that Democrats believe helps their case.
A teenager's call to 911 is giving new insight into a frightening home invasion in Woodhaven. Victor Williams first told us last night about this incident involving two men who ransacked the home. Victor's back now with that teenager's call for help while hiding in the basement. Victor?
Well, we told you last night how this young woman was still shaken up after being home alone and hearing intruders enter into her home and then ransacking the place. But thankfully, a dispatcher was able to keep her calm so she could survive it all.
What do you mean somebody's in your house?
Yeah, somebody's in my house. I'm downstairs in the basement, and there's a lot of movement and banging. And my dogs are barking.
Minutes felt like hours for a Woodhaven teen Wednesday morning realizing two men were inside of her home who plain did not belong.
Okay, how old are you?
I'm 19.
Okay, I'll get some cars over there. Stay in the line with me, okay?
Okay.
The dispatcher handling the call makes sure the cry for help isn't a false alarm. At the same time, the two home invaders are upstairs ransacking the place.
She took my brother to school, my mom did.
Okay, what about your dad? Do you have a dad that lives there?
Yeah, but he's at work.
And from there, officers from nearly every agency are sent to check out the home on Reek Road. Ring doorbell footage shows police looking for the suspects who by then made a run for it. But still, the dispatcher stays on the phone the entire time. Those same two men were later arrested.
Okay, I've got police at the door, but the doors are locked. You need to go to one of the doors, and they're going to, I'll stay on the phone with you, okay? Which door are you going to go to, the front or the side door?
The side door?
She's on her way up, coming to the side door. I'll stay on the phone until you see him.
And at this point, these two men that have been caught, they have yet to be arraigned, so we are still looking for more information. Reporting tonight, Victor Williams, Local 4.
All right, Victor. The head of Michigan State Police in Lansing today answering questions about flaws found in some breathalyzer testing devices. An investigation is underway into a company called Intoximeters after two employees allegedly forged data. This comes as MSP says an audit found problems with 8 of the 203 breathalyzers tested. That impacts 52 suspected drunk driving cases across the state. In Wayne County, the Sheriff's Department immediately tested its devices, and the undersheriff says theirs are okay.
Couldn't take any chances. We couldn't contribute to reasonable doubt in any criminal case that was out there, and we certainly wouldn't want to be part of any prosecution where the evidence was in doubt.
Police departments in Ann Arbor and Macomb County have stopped using the device and will send anyone suspected of DUI for a blood draw. A Detroit man suspected of drunk driving is now facing a felony after police say he fled a traffic stop. Brentley Bohannon was stopped in Ferndale, and when police asked him to perform a sobriety test, he buckled up, turned his car on, and took off.
Hey!
Well, the chase lasted for only 2 minutes before Bohannon lost control and crashed into a tree. He ran away on foot and was allegedly throwing punches at police after they located and arrested him.
We've got new test results in today from the second round of water quality testing related to the Detroit bulk storage partial land collapse that occurred 7 weeks ago.
Those results showing no impact to water quality. Let's bring in Local 4 defender Karen Drew, who's been covering this story with the latest. Karen.
Now, these tests were not done by state officials or the EPA. They were done by a private company, and today's results do provide some relief. While there was radium detected, it did not exceed the maximum contamination limit for drinking water.
Yes, the water is safe. It is as safe today as it was before the spill that took place on the riverfront as it is after the spill.
Great Lakes Water Authority released the second round of test results confirming no impact to water quality. But for those who work along the river, like Greg Ward, who runs the Detroit-Windsor Truck Ferry, he's still concerned, especially over the growing sinkhole on the site.
It's changing rapidly. One, it's becoming more profound in the sinkhole. And two, the color is quite bizarre. It's this green, funky color, which is different from the river. So where the sinkhole has developed a very deep area, is in perfect alignment of where the physical lab building used to be, which stored uranium and cut uranium billets.
That lab was there back in the 40s, used in the race to build the world's first atomic bomb, which resulted in the soil being contaminated with a host of heavy metals, including uranium.
All right, so I did go through the lab report and noticed the water intake spots were the ones that were tested, but not that growing sinkhole on the property, and really that is what's concerning. Meantime, we do have news from Eagle. The state went over Detroit Bulk's remediation plan, saying the steps that it has taken so far are inadequate. Eagle issuing a statement late today, reading in part, a sinkhole at the site is developing rapidly in size and allowing additional materials from the property, including aggregate and contaminated soils, to enter the river. Eagle called for an expedited evaluation of the sinkhole and development of a plan to prevent further discharges of contaminated soils and aggregate into the river. And I remember yesterday, Kim, you were asking about that curtain, that barrier they put.
Right.
Eagle said on today's press release, they said it is not covering the entire area. It is not preventing it, and there's actually one spot where the bank has collapsed, and it's not doing the job, so they're definitely concerned.
So what happens now?
Well, Revere Copper and Detroit Bulk have until January 24th to now enter a new idea, a new plan. So we'll see what they come up with. We're staying on top of this every day.
Incredible.
As I said earlier, unfortunately, every day there's a new development, and none of them have been all that great, although at least the water testing today.
That is a positive
That's a
note,
positive
so that
step.
is one good thing.
Yep.
We appreciate you staying on top of it. All right, time now for a check of the national stories you'll see ahead at 6:30 on NBC Nightly News.
Off to New York City we go, where Lester Holt joins us with a preview. Good evening, Lester.
Hey, good evening, Kim and Devin. Coming up, a girl kidnapped off the street after school. We'll look at how quick actions of a commuter helped find her. Plus, the state of emergency in Virginia ahead of a large pro-gun rally. We'll look at the action taken today by the FBI.
In fact, Lester, this rally is planned for Monday, and officials are fearing that this could be another Charlottesville-style event.
Yeah. Virginia's governor says there are threats of violence for the event. We'll look at what he has banned to try and keep people safe when we see you coming up on Nightly News.
You bet. That's coming up about 20 minutes or so from now. We'll see you then, Lester. Thanks. Ahead for us here at 6, important new research on screen time and how it can affect the brains of young people, but also their diets.
Interesting. All right. Plus, what police say this mother was doing for about an hour with her children left in a cold car has her facing child abuse charges. That's next.
The threats are real, and they affect everyone. That's why Local 4 is committed to defending the environment. Help Me Hank continues to dig deeper on the toxic ooze investigation and won't stop.
Somebody needs to be held responsible for the lack of work that was done.
Defender Karen Drew fights for justice, making sure the people behind the Detroit River contamination concerns clean up their act.
We know it's contaminated soil, and it's eroding into the river.
Local 4 and Click on Detroit, uncovering the stories, fighting for change, getting results. On Local 4 News at 5 and 6, we fight for you and get answers. Devin, Kimberly, Karen, Jason, Bernie, and Ben. Detroit's moments are here.